So we got the spoilers for chapter 23, and this is probably the craziest chapter in the entire series. Not crazy from hype moments and aura, but just crazy from like just what happens in it. Because we are getting answers to a lot of questions and quite a few resolutions, whether they're good or bad. And that being said, like I said in the title of this video, this chapter has absolutely divided the fandom. It's extremely polarizing. It seems people either like this or absolutely hate it. I haven't even really seen many people that actually really love it. They more so just accept it for what it is. It's kind of all over the place, especially towards the end of the chapter. Just like these last couple chapters, we're just sprinting around in time, moving super fast and just getting straight to the end. This isn't the last chapter of the series. There's going to be at least one more, but considering that, you know, the next chapter is 24, I'm assuming that Gege probably will just end it at chapter 25. Now also, before I go further, as I always say with these spoilers, we've got some rough translations here. They are far from perfect, so bear with me. We're going to try to make sense of this the best that we can, but we have a pretty good idea of what's being said here. So the cliffhanger from the previous chapter was Yuji saying that, you know, even if we remove cursed energy from the people of Japan, cursed spirits will still be born. And he clarifies that by saying that there still is a little bit of cursed energy in people outside of Japan. This is actually what we talked about in last week's review. And because of that, sometimes cursed spirits are still born overseas. And it's really hard to fully make out what is being said after this point, but what I'm getting from this conversation is that they want to reduce cursed energy of Japanese people to the point of where it's as if they're people outside of Japan. Because if they do this, then as Yuji speculates, only like a couple cursed spirits will be born every year. The amount that he can count on one hand. So like at most 5 cursed spirits would be born a year, which is insane and very manageable. I mean, it would be kind of hard to find all of them all over the earth, but I'm sure he has some way of doing that. But at the same time, there will be no sorcerers born anymore, so it will be difficult to deal with those cursed spirits other than the sorcerers that already exist in the world, because they said in the previous chapter that they're not going to tamper with sorcerers that already exist. And obviously they're eventually going to die, so there will be an issue in the future with cursed spirits regardless of how little there will be. And Yuji says that he's going to deal with that because he's going to live for at least another 300 years, as he said. So he's going to foster a new generation to be able to deal with the cursed spirits from this point on. So then we finally find out why cursed spirits are similar to Kallians and why the Rumelians think that cursed spirits are Kallians, as well as why Kallians attack other Sumerians that aren't Rumelian. And it all comes down to their souls. Apparently, cursed spirits, Kallians, and Rumelians all have the same colored soul. That's it. That is the explanation. But first, let's talk about the sponsor of this video, Private Internet Access. I've been working with them and using their product for years now. It's a VPN service, which stands for Virtual Private Network. It's an app that hides your IP address and safeguards your internet connection through an encrypted tunnel. So that way, your internet service provider, websites, or hackers can't see what you're doing. And also by doing this, you're able to change your location to one of 91 different countries, as well as any of the 50 US states that you want, because you know nowadays, depending on what state you're in, they can pick and choose what you're allowed to access online. Not only that, but you also bypass streaming services. Changing your location will give you access to tons more content that you otherwise wouldn't have. Also, this allows you to access deals online that you wouldn't be able to otherwise, because websites will like increase prices because you keep looking at it and you're not actually buying it. This is something that genuinely happens. But if you use a VPN, it negates all of that and you go back to the lowest base price. And signing up for private internet access is risk-free. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee, and there's like over 8,500 excellent reviews on Trustpilot. So having a VPN is just a great overall utility, especially like on your phone when you're just out and about. And you can get it by checking my link in the description. And if you go through that link, you'll be able to get 83% off, as well as 4 months for free. Thanks, guys. Apparently, souls of beings have all different colors, but those 3 all have the same color, so that's why they all are interlocked like that. So in order to change this, so to make sure that cursed spirits can die comfortably, and the other Rumelians won't care about it, it seems like Maru is going to alter the very purgatory realm itself. Now, also, before I go further, again, I gotta clarify, not perfect translation here. Hard to make out what's going on. We're going to go over this in full detail on Sunday as always. So subscribe for that, please, if you haven't already. But he's going to alter purgatory using the method that he set up in the previous chapter. Using the Mull, which is like the cursed spirit amplifier rock mineral thing, using Akotsu's cursed energy and Rika's ring, using Mahito's soul manipulation curse technique, and using his chaos and harmony curse technique. So he's going to alter purgatory, or as he says, the place where the souls of Earth pass through, into making it so that it like filters people's souls so that the colors won't just be one solid color. There'll be like multiple colors or shapes or something like that, so that cursed spirits won't seem like Callians and vice versa. But if he does that, I think it's going to kill the Callian that they have on the ship already or something like that. So I guess that solves that problem. So if that wasn't crazy enough, we're coming to an even crazier thing that's happening. And we're getting the resolution to Dabura versus Maharaga. And the resolution is that there is no resolution. It seems like Maru is just teleporting Dabura from the fight to Africa. I know. Stay with me. He's taking him to Miguel's tribe, and it looks like they're giving him the black rope, or at least like one of the strands of the black rope, because this was set up earlier on in the series, because it was said that the Diskunte chief, the tribe that Dabura comes from within the Sumerians, placed like a curse binding vow thing on his sister to where she would like die if Dabura stepped out of line or something like that. So that was like one of the reasons, other than protecting the Remelians for Dora, that Dabura came to Earth to like get outside range of that curse or whatever, and also why he couldn't just eliminate the Diskunte. So now that he has the black robe, it like nullifies that curse or his curse technique or whatever it truly is. So now he's just free to go back to Sumeria with his sister, and like that's what they're going to do. And somehow Maru is going to send them back there. I guess he's like giving them the ship or something. It's not explained. Dabura is just going back to Sumeria with his sister, and I guess it's implied that he's going to kill the Diskunte, or at least the chief, and then maybe become the new Diskunte leader or something like that. But as for what happened with Maharaga, I guess it's just null and void. He just teleports him away from the fight, and the ritual is canceled or something, and it's not explained. So we don't know what his reverse curse technique does. We don't know what his domain expansion does. Again, it doesn't matter. So then after this, we come into the final sequence of the chapter, and Maru like does ultra reverse curse technique on all of the injured characters in the series right now. He like heals Cross, he heals Yuka, he heals Tsurugi, and he even heals Usami. Just, you know, using the ultra powerful plot hacks that he received in the previous chapter with all those power-ups that we were talking about working synergistically. So he heals all of them. The stakes are gone. They're fine now. Then Yuji leaves to go be emo, and then I guess just to figure out what he's going to do to foster the next generation with cursed spirits and how everything's going to be altered from this point. So I guess Yuji's just gone at this point. So it was fun while it lasted, but he's gone now. Then Maru comes back to Tokyo, and he's kind of just floating over it. And suddenly, Cross, Yuka, and Tsurugi are with him, and they all wind up like holding hands for some reason. I don't know why they need to be here. I guess because they're a part of the main cast here, they have to be included in this final sequence, even though they really have nothing to do with it here, but they are here nonetheless. And Maru seemingly is killing all of the cursed spirits in Tokyo. And then I guess that's where the chapter ends. So yeah, polarizing for sure. You either like this or you don't like it. If you're a huge Gege fan, you'll probably defend this to the death, saying that it's genius level writing, and that's fine. That's what you're supposed to do. I'll give more of my thoughts on this on Sunday once I'm able to actually fully read what's going on here. But so far, this is just part of the course for Gege. I talked about this many times before, and I'm not surprised that stuff like this is happening. Let me know what you think about this in the comments, guys. Again, we'll go over this Sunday. If you liked the video, please give it a like, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.